Hey y'all, what's going on? BBN, what's going on, man? Sorry I am super late about doing this analysis video for the Falcons and the Cardinals uh, tomorrow, but I am super pumped right now. I'm still trying to get myself together. I just came from the movies, a little theater over here in Fayetteville where I live. Um, I just got finished checking out UFC 154, St. Pierre versus Condon. Any of my Falcons fans out there that watch MMA and that love MMA, if you didn't go out and catch this fight, you missed out. Especially the co-main event and the main event. 5-star, man, 5-star. So I'm really still thinking about those fights in my head, man. The co-main event and the main event. But yeah, man, that was a darn good fight between GSP and Carlos Condon. Man, that's an early fight of the year candidate for me. Real talk. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and break down this Arizona Cardinals Atlanta Falcons game the best way that I can. Basically, on both sides of the ball, starting off with our defense needs to pretty much rush the passer. That's pretty much it. If we can get John Skelton on the ground, the whole offense will be non-existent, because the offense runs through him, and if he can't deliver the ball to his receivers, then they're pretty much screwed. So, basically, we need to, if we can blitz, if Mike Nolan decides to, dial up some blitzes in this game, I think that'll be very beneficial for us. We know their O-line is not really that strong, so I think definitely, if we use that 4-man pressure, we'll definitely be able to get to John Skelton and take the offense out of the game early. It'll be very interesting to see, how the 3 young defensive ends perform in this game. This is a very big opportunity for them, and I know they're going to want to have a good showing. Jonathan Massaquoi, Lawrence Sidbury, and Cliff Matthews, they're all going to get PT in the rotation. So I know they're going to make good on their opportunity. Croy Bierman is going to get his first big start at defensive end this Sunday. I'm very happy for Croy Bierman. He's worked his tail off these last 4 or 5 years he's been with us. He's been our main special teams guy. He's in the running for a Pro Bowl. So big congratulations to Croy Bierman. I think one of the most underrated players on this team, if you ask me. So I'm really excited for KB, man. But yeah, he's going to get the start at defensive end alongside John Abraham. I'm pretty confident that this could be a good 1-2 combination with Bierman and Abraham. I mean, they're both around the same height, both really big guys, both real athletic, both can get after the passer really good. So, yeah, this should be a nice little experiment that they're going with. But, yeah, definitely want to see what Sidbury, Massaquoi, and Matthews are made of. So that'll be very interesting. But, yeah, I think this game is going to be won defensively, starting with our D-line, pretty much getting to the quarterback and sacking him and hitting him and just taking him out of the game early. Now, much like the Oakland game with Carson Palmer, we can't get too over anxious in wanting to get John Skelton on the ground, because at the same time, while we're dialing up all these blitzes, or if we do blitz, that could be a detriment to us as well. John Skelton could fire that ball out of the pocket, at any time. And I'm not saying that Arizona's receiving core is bad, because they're not. I just don't think that they are better than our receiving core. I think we have a better receiving core than Arizona. And that's not disrespect to them. That's just me having confidence in my offense and in my team. But I think the Arizona Cardinals receiving core is very solid. I mean, they've got two big receivers on the outside, and of course the great Larry Fitzgerald and Michael Floyd from Notre Dame, who I had been following all the way up to the draft. I mean, this guy is dangerous. I mean, he's physical, he's fast, he can get yards after the catch. I mean, he's a threat, downfield. So, yeah, we definitely can't underestimate this guy. But I think with him, being a rookie and everything, I think with the type of physicality that our secondary plays with, I think they'll be able to kind of push him around and kind of get in his head a little bit and kind of make him think. Fitzgerald, on the other hand, we're really going to have to stay step for step with him, because, he's a good route runner. He's physical, can make the tough catches. So, I think what we're going to have to do is, I think we're going to have to either double or triple cover him, out there in the, downfield and stuff. So, yeah, if we could do that, if we could just keep 2 or 3 bodies on Fitzgerald, I think we could take him out of the game. Although I know that we'll be sacrificing some coverage and probably leave opportunities for maybe Andre Roberts, or maybe even Rob Hausler open. But I mean, hey, I would rather get beat by the I'm not gonna call them the non-superstars, but I would rather get beat by the people that wouldn't be as big a threat as Larry Fitzgerald. I'll put it like that, because Larry Fitzgerald is the biggest offensive threat that Arizona has. So if I was going to get beat by anybody, I would rather, the slot guy or the number 2 guy, or even the tight end beat me. But not Larry Fitzgerald, though. Definitely not. But I'm pretty confident that our secondary will handle their business against their receiving core. Like I said, we play real physical, and like I said, we keep 2 or 3 bodies on Fitzgerald, and keep Floyd in check, and I think everything else will take care of itself, I believe. Now, as far as the offense is concerned, of course, the offense, they're always going to get the toughest challenge, and this week is going to be no different. We're facing against a very fast, a very pressure, blitz-heavy defensive line / linebacking core. They got Darnell Dockett, I'm sorry, Darrell Washington, Dan Williams, I forget the other guy's name, 56. Arizona fans, y'all help me out. I'm not too familiar with the Arizona Cardinals defensive line. I mean, I know a few of their players, but that's pretty much it. Now, the secondary I'm very familiar with Kerry Rhodes and Adrian Wilson, William Gay, James Sanders, Patrick Peterson, of course, who I'll get to in a minute. But yeah, their front and their linebacking core are very pressure, very blitz heavy, and that reflects off of their defensive coordinator, Ray Horton. He came from Pittsburgh, so he was up under Dick LeBeau. So he's going to be bringing the heat on every down. I've been saying all along, we need to get back to the screen game, because we really haven't seen the screen game imposed as much as we were seeing it in the first 4 or 5 games. So I think we need to get back to the screen game and slow the pass rush down, and definitely get that run game going. Definitely got to get the run game going somehow. Wear this D-line out. I watched the Arizona-San Francisco game, And I know this probably has nothing to do with it, but I'm just giving y'all an instant example. I watched the Arizona San Francisco game, and San Francisco's run game completely just mowed their D-line down. They could not stop Kendall Hunter. They could not stop Frank Gore. So I think if we utilize our running backs the right way and just run the ball effectively and get the important yardage, I think we could slow this D-line down, and I think that'll make things easier to put the ball in the air and let Roddy and Julio and Tony and the rest of the bunch, have their way. So definitely, yeah, man, but we definitely need to see more screens. Because I think when we were using the screens, I think it made us that much more it made us that much deadlier, I should say. Not much more deadly, but definitely more deadly out in space. And kind of, it would be nice to see if we could use like some gadget plays, like maybe some end arounds or something tricky to really make the defensive line and secondary look stupid. So yeah, I mean, and I know Dirk Cutter is a creative guy, so he'll probably have something up his sleeve, especially if they try to blitz. They think if they blitz us, that's going to be a good thing. Like, no, I'm telling you, if they did not catch that Saints game last week, Matt Ryan put up 400 plus yards against the Saints secondary. He completely just like darted, their whole defense pretty much. And if Arizona does that enough, he's going to dart them up too. So I'm just saying. But we'll see what happens. But yeah, definitely need to use the screens and definitely run the ball a lot in this game. And that's pretty much it. And of course, another thing is the red zone. We got to score in the red zone. We have to score in the red zone. I almost forgot about that. When we move the ball downfield, we've got to score in the red zone. I mean, yeah, if it comes down to field goals in certain plays, then so be it. I'll take the 3 points rather than 0. But I want to get touchdowns. I mean, if we get field goals on some plays, because I know we're not going to score every time with a touchdown. I understand that. I'm not stupid. But more times than not, I want to score in the red zone with touchdowns. So we definitely need to score in the red zone. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, Arizona has one of the better red zone defenses, along with the Saints and the Bears and, some other good defenses in the NFL. So we definitely got to score on these guys when we're down in the red zone. We definitely got to put it on the logo. Got to put it on the logo. I really do not want to see any, field goals, or I don't want to see more field goals than touchdowns in the red zone. I definitely want to see more touchdowns than field goals. Like I said, if we get field goals, on certain plays, in the red zone, then that's fine. But I definitely want to see touchdowns. We definitely got to score touchdowns in the red zone. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. And once again, the O-line, they have to step up. Not only in the short yardage situation, but, they just got to keep doing what they're doing. They've done a good job, for the most part, keeping Matt Ryan unhit, I'll say. But we're definitely going to need him tomorrow, because this Arizona D-line is going to, be coming at us full speed ahead. And we really need to get the ball out of Matt Ryan's hands as soon as possible. So, I'm claiming that my O-line's gonna come through, and they're gonna keep, Matt, unscathed, and allow him to dart the secondary up. So yeah, that's pretty much it, man. So once again, defensively, pressure, heavy blitz, pass rush, whatever you want to call it. Secondary, double, triple cover Fitzgerald, keep another body on Floyd, and as we do always, man, play physical and get turnovers. You know, bottom line, bottom line. And offensively, screens, quick screens, and effective running. That's how I see it. And also, oh yeah, efficient red zone scoring as well. And if we do all this, man, you know, I think we should win this game. And I believe we will win this game. I think we bounce back and get on track this week. Now, at the same time, I'm not going to underestimate Arizona. And I know a lot of Falcons fans, again, I'm seeing y'all underestimating Arizona. Now, we done already got in trouble about this before when we underestimated somebody. Y'all remember the Oakland game. Y'all said the Oakland game was going to be a blowout. I'm telling y'all, man, do not make that mistake again. Because even though lightning didn't strike one time, it may strike here. This Arizona team is capable of beating us, man. You know, I'm not saying that they're gonna beat us, but they're capable of beating us. This is a game we could lose. So I mean, you know, don't be talking about it's gonna be a blowout. I've been saying all these scores like it's gonna be 20-something to 17 or something like that. I mean, I'm not saying, you know, it's going to be like the Saints game. It's not going to be that close. But the Cardinals are going to give us a heck of a challenge, man. Real talk. They're going to give us a heck of a challenge. But whatever they throw at us, I'm ready. I'm ready for it. Atlanta will withstand whatever they bring. And, you know, I think we win this game. I don't know how we're, you know, I don't know if it's going to be a blowout. But we will win this game. If it so happens to be a blowout, then fine. But I don't think it is. I think we do win this game, though. For real, for real. And I'm claiming also that the defense will definitely have a big day. That's probably the only bold prediction I'll make. But yeah, man. That's it. So, I'll see y'all Cardinals fans on the losing side, and the Falcons will once again get back on the winning side. And that's all there is to it. So I'm out. You already know, man. 2 fingers to your face.